Welcome to my channel, Living Through Janae, with your host, Jewel Janae. It is October 24th, and we're on episode 11 already, and we're going to just talk about success. I'm not going to dive deep into the word meaning of success yet, but I am going to just put out like my view on success and just start off just diving into what it means to me. Okay, so I watched TD Jake's show last night. Not show, sorry, because there is a difference. He does have a show, but his sermon last night. And I'm a member of the Potter's House. That is my church, but I'm in Austin, Texas, so I don't get to attend as often. But I watched it online, and basically he talked about like all the people who have set schedules, you know, God is going to come in and just basically come in and like kind of change your schedules around and totally bless you with the thing that whatever you need, whether it be small, big, whether you know it or don't know it. God is just going to come in and just kind of like broaden your horizons in a way that you haven't really pictured or imagined or asked for. And at the end of the sermon, he ended up saying, which is, I thought I was getting out of it because I was like, oh, cool. Like, I go impromptu. I don't have a schedule like that. I'm just trying to go rover a little bit, like do something out of the norm because I don't have to. But man, he got into me basically saying like, you know, and those who don't have a set schedule, you definitely need to get one, because God ends up pursuing those who have someone on a rhythm, and when you're on that rhythm, God can meet you where you're at. But if you're going rover, it's not that God doesn't know where you're at. It's just it's hard to bless someone who doesn't have any type of discipline. And I can definitely say, growing up, whenever I was younger, I had a lot of discipline. You know, wake up early, go to whatever practice was in season, go to school, after school, go home, do my homework, or right after school it would be practice, and then go do homework at home, go to sleep, and repeat, like all the time. The weekend was the only time I was able to go random, and that really was just Saturday, because on Sunday I was definitely at church or seeing my dad during the weekend, so there was nothing really going in a pattern. But what I do know is that I had discipline. I had a lot of discipline. I ended up carrying that discipline on with me throughout getting my bachelor's degree and my master's. I went rover for like a year, and I was just kind of like, ugh, Lord, please help me, you know. And he ended up putting me back on a schedule, going to church, and because it wasn't about church, it was just having a place to go that was able to expand my mind in the way that I saw things, and my more so my perception. So anyway, I ended up really just getting out of that schedule once I got my master's last year, because I noticed that every time I would end up getting like a success, whether it be like me doing amazing in sports or in orchestra or wherever I did, it was because I didn't have anybody to really celebrate with. So this time around, like whenever I got my master's, I decided I'm just going to take a break. And I'm not going to lie, this break has been wonderful, but yet it's still pretty lonely, you know. But at least at this speed, I'm able to I don't have such a schedule where no one can fit in there. Because I used to brag a lot about, like, you know, the reason why I haven't been able to have a boyfriend, and I dated so many guys, and it just hasn't really fazed me in a sense of like, you know, have a lot of downtime of being upset, was because I was so busy, it didn't matter. You know, I'm just still going. And yes, I would deal with some of the hurt and pain, but it was like, at the end of the day, I had to wake up the next day and like toss it to the back of my head and then keep going. Well, while I've been dating for the first time with like no obligations, no true deadlines or anything like that, it's been quite different because I had to face a lot of things, but it definitely slows me down in wanting to do anything else. It's like kind of putting me in a lazy rut. It's absolutely crazy, but all this success that I've accomplished, I just noticed that I had so much discipline. My discipline is gone, and it's absolutely just wild. So anyway, what I ended up bringing up the word success for is because of what I saw, and having to be able to put in a new discipline is very scary for me. And I know that there's probably people out there also who tend to be afraid of success too, which is absolutely crazy, because success has always been a good thing, and it's always been a thing that I want, but I've definitely given it a new light that I didn't even know that I was looking at. That success has always been just terrifying for me, because it just reminds me so much that I don't have a counterpart. And it never affected me until I didn't have discipline. And now that I don't have discipline, it's just really driving me nuts. And I want it. I want discipline again, but I just don't want it at the cost of feeling that lonely. Because when you go up in the top tiers and doing better and better and better, you have to drop off more friends. You have to leave more people alone. And it's absolutely hard for me, because I do want to have interaction, but I know it comes at a cost, because some people don't even understand half the stuff that I'm talking about. And that's why I have this channel called, Living Through Janae, is because I do feel not really misunderstood. It's just there's not too many people on my level as far as like to understand some of the conversations. And I know there's other people in the world who have the conversations and want to hear the conversations that I say, just like me. So I know it's not just me, in this high place, but there's a lot of people who have drowned out a lot of concerns and emotions unnecessarily, and you can't reach people. And I don't want to be emotionless, but people take pride in having no emotions. And that's what this podcast is about, is dealing with emotions head on in a way that doesn't make you weak, but makes you empowered and aware and able to change things. But guys, I'm just so excited to be able to open up this part of me and hear back from you guys on what you take and feel, while being a young adult. Because going into the transition of adolescence into adulthood, and then into actual, just being comfortable in adulthood, it's a lot. Young adulthood is a huge chunk that makes or breaks your adulthood the rest of your life. It doesn't make or break like you will never bounce back, but it will be really hard, because when you're set in your ways, you're set in your ways. So if you don't pay attention to your young adult self, it's crazy, because you have to pay attention to the child in you and the adult in you, and then learn how to balance it. And that's what it's all about in this stage. And if you missed it, then you tend to suffer a lot, because you have this coulda, woulda, shoulda that makes you feel like you regret so much in life. So success is coming in that point too, because it's the way you handle and balance because it's not easier to be successful as a kid, but it has a lot more opportunity than young adulthood, because you have to get it in a certain way and discipline. You don't have a parent or a guardian telling you left, right, up, down. You have to choose your mentor, and you can't do anything on your own. But it's so easy as a young adult to do things on your own and try to accomplish so much, and you can't. And trusting people is very hard, because if you're adult, your childhood didn't allow you to trust people, or you only had a select few and that person died off or went a separate way, it's hard to start over from scratch, but it's so doable. And having this honest conversation of really wanting help, despite the fact that you don't trust anybody or you don't know how, would definitely help you grow. And I'm so excited for this channel, guys. Young adulthood and success is like, you want success when you're older. You don't mind. Delayed gratification is the biggest part of being successful. Delayed gratification. But to be honest, it's really of how do we get there, and it's the journey before you get to the success. And that part is where it's just kind of like, I want to have success, but that journey is so fun to me, but it would take longer for me to move up the way that I know in my heart and the way that I am predestined to move up if I don't properly handle success right and relationships right. So I know I sound like I'm rambling, but guys, just give me your thoughts on your perception of success and how you feel success is to you, and how you take it to where it benefits you. And are you afraid of success? Do you feel numb to getting success and just kind of expect the world to give you what it gives you? So let me know. I'm so excited to hear about your comments, and I thank you to my new followers. I'm going to go ahead and read them off right now. My new followers, and I'm on Podbean, by the way, Podbean, Podbean. My new followers are, let's go back. Love Muffin, Big Boy, and Sweets. So yeah, thank you guys again for just your thoughts, your comments, just being alive and looking forward to being you. So this is Living Through Janae with your host Jewel Granberry. It's October 24th. I'm in the car recording again, and I just look forward to hearing with you guys. This is episode 11 over success. I'd love to hear from you soon, guys. Bye.